What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are your hosts, the Distorted Theorists, and we are here today to talk and chat and you Spider-Man?
This is
Doctor
me doing
Strange?
magic. This is me doing magic.
Now you see me 3.
Oh man, I didn't even know this was coming.
I'd always heard rumors that they wanted to continue the series after 2, but it was COVID.
The thing is, it's a unique movie idea.
But
before we get into this, as always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate it. If you would just pull up your sleeve and subscribe and hit that like button and leave us a comment down below. Have you seen the first 2? And do you think the movies were a unique idea? Because
I've seen the first one, but I haven't seen the second one.
Well, the second one had a lot more twists, in my opinion, but it also had a lot more theatrics because...
Twist with a magic movie? Get out of here.
Listen, here's the thing. Now You See Me, when it came out, I remember I went and seen it in theater. It was a very unique idea. It was something we haven't seen. It was like a heist movie, but using magic. It was kind of cool. Then the second one more dove into the lore of what it is to be a magician and what, it's still skullduggery, but I mean, it was more about the magic and the lore and the history of it and who are the players in the game, right? Of course, then you had the big twist at the end of the second one that Mark Ruffalo was the new leader of the Horsemen. And, you know, it was cool to see him something not the Hulk.
Spoiler.
Now we're getting number 3.
Other things,
I know, but I'm a Marvel guy. But now we're getting Now You See Me 3, which has been like, it's been a gap. I mean, 9 years.
Almost,
like you said, maybe COVID. And we're 12 years removed for the first one. So where do we go from here? What are we going to see? What are we not going to see? I got to stop doing this.
I know you do. The thing that always got me about these movies that I was a fan of, like, because I haven't seen 2, but I've seen clips of it where I think it's Dave Franco is doing the whole throwing the card and they're able to like do it as they go.
It's a whole sequence.
Yeah. And
whoever
you can see like
together,
the card like go through, I think Jesse Eisenberg's thing, and he was able to do the whole like flicking back, and obviously
when they're getting the pat down.
Yeah. And I know it's like trickery and like, but I'm sure there's definitely shots that they were doing where they were flicking and they were actually able to catch it or whatever. But as to the bigger part of it, I know Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, was in the second one. How that ends, I'm not sure.
He got duped. But it's funny because, or not funny, but it's unique again in the way that they have these 4 magicians that they all have their own niches. So like they can do specific tricks. Yeah, exactly.
Mind stuff.
But you know what? Speaking of sleight of hand, there's only one way to really see what Now You See Me 3.
How did you?
Now You See Me, Now You Don't is all about, and that is to get into the trailer reaction review and breakdown right now.
In the world of magic, everything that disappears reappears. It is very good to be back.
Oh, his hair is flat.
Come up,
Oh, they are like
our helper.
Okay.
They are on
disappear in
full
3, 2,
display.
1.
J. Daniel Atlas in the house. Who wants to see a magic trick?
What?
I think we would have made the Horseman proud. My Atlas was spot on.
Really? I'll be the judge of that.
What?
Oh!
According to that card,
are they ripping them off? They're pretending to be them?
The other Horseman.
The other Horsemen
That's
are dead.
justice.
Oh my God, what?
No. They're like dead to me. Things got too real for them. They gave up. Stop interrupting. I'm talking about a trick that is bigger and better than anything you have ever seen.
Draw you.
It's now or never.
What's the trick?
The heart
So he's putting together a
the most
routine?
valuable jewel in history.
But what makes this diamond so special?
Because a magical tarot card told us.
For
I don't know.
decades, the Vanderbergs have been selling diamonds to warlords, arms dealers, traffickers to help launder their money.
If you want to stop the devil, don't cut off her hands. You lift her wallet.
Open sesame.
Still safe with me.
Relax. Diamonds are forever.
Stop him!
What are you doing here? Saving your ass.
That was.
What?
Can we read?
Fanboy later.
And then Woody Harrelson.
I don't know you.
Let's go.
And now there's 8 of them.
But are they actually there?
My horseman.
We were brought together
Freeman.
for a reason.
Gummies kicked in.
Bring down 2 generations of criminals with a single sleight of hand.
They have a large group of magicians in this one.
Worldwide criminal network. I like our chances.
Okay.
Want to see a magic trick?
You enjoying the show?
Shall we get on
Those
with
are
it?
the guns.
Hey guys, dead end.
Open sesame.
Way to represent, Merritt.
Worth a try, was it? Never know.
I think you do know.
Wait.
I'm confused.
Okay. What I love about this film as well is it has some star power in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it
like
does.
for a film that is, you know, generally not a huge franchise, the backing they must have here for this cast is like crazy because they've added. Well, they already had superstars,
Morgan
megastars.
Freeman, Woody Harrelson. I didn't see Mark Ruffalo.
No, I
Lana
didn't either.
Fisher,
Now that you mention it,
Dave Franco. They've got Justice Smith.
right?
Um,
The other ones that I won't remember their name now,
what's
but
her name? She was in Gone Girl. She's in The Wheel of Time.
I know it's eluding me. Great actress though. I love Gone Girl. It's one of my favorite movies.
She's been
No,
in
I
a
didn't
ton of
read the
stuff
book.
for so long.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they must be. The budget for this film must be huge. Obviously, the theatrics and cinematics are huge, so they're banking on making some coin off of this.
Well, they're
For a
they're
trilogy.
hoping to for sure.
Yeah, a lot of hand-to-hand combat. I don't know what.
Well,
how
they-
does the magicians know how to fight? Is what I want to know.
But they did have that because that was their thing. Like it was magic was their thing, and then when that failed, it'd be like, no, okay, wow.
Yeah,
Like, it
yeah,
was-
fair enough. But I did enjoy. Like I actually liked the little. Diamond heist scene where they're like fighting, but then he just throws up the curtain and it's a different person. Like it's cool to just see practical magic used in a, like you said, action sequence, if you will. What else
I'm
do we?
still trying to remember her name.
Forget that. We're gonna move on from that because I just feel like we. How do I say this? Now you see me. Now you don't. Obviously, there's a grander scheme that they felt they had to tell a third story to get to where they're going. What else? What could be the big payoff here? Because these movies always have at the end a big twist. Where do we see this going at the end?
I don't know. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the final reckoning.
Well, but who becomes the new leader? Like I feel like Jesse Eisenberg is the one that's maybe trying to.
Well,
get
we
there,
just saw that scene there too, where Morgan Freeman was like, "You want to see a magic trick?" And then Woody Harrelson's in the door like, "Thaddeus," and like, "Well, does that danger?" And then,
do they turn on each other at all? And obviously, Jesse Eisenberg character alluded to that they had a falling out. Are we going to see some exposition on that? Is one going to dupe the other because they're not getting along, but they are playing nice? Is there someone else pulling strings? Maybe Mark Ruffalo.
are they not actually there?
That's what I'm saying. If that other group could do it, because it seemed like at the beginning of the trailer, it looked like we had all of our characters back. But then it seemed to be that Justice Smith and his crew were doing some kind of, magic to make them appear as that group.
Smoke and mirrors.
So, exactly. So, they're obviously not going to sit well with that. And then I'm wondering if all the characters in there are actually them or some other illusion. Maybe that's what this film is all about, is more illusionary magic versus the, the whipping of cards and the et cetera, et cetera.
It was all a dream.
I'm trying to even think now what other kind of types of magic, like, you have your close-up magic and then you have your...
Sleight of hand. But then you've got the ones that were like the David Copperfield, like, I'm going to make the Statue of Liberty disappear.
Right.
Which he did, but I know how he did it.
Well, that's not very good magic, is it now?
No. Just because everyone else knows how he did it, but the people that were watching at home didn't.
Funny you say that, though, because one thing I do like about these movies, the Now You See Me's, is that as always with a magic trick, we always thirst for that. Like, how did you do it? And I love that at the end of these movies, that double back on themselves a little bit, you do get that exposition at the very end. How did they make it all to come together? And it goes all the way back and goes, here's what we did, here's what we did, here's what we did, here's what we did, here's what we did.
Like Lucky Number 11.
Exactly like Lucky Number 11. So that is something that I do, you always, when you're sat in theater and you're watching this type of film, you're anticipating that big reveal, just like true magic really is. You want to know how it's done. So it's unique,
Yeah. It's a magic movie.
which we don't see very often.
Because the last two were, I keep wanting to say The Departed. There were two that came out at the same time. One had Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale in it. And then there was another one with Edward Norton in it. Oh my God.
You're just terrible with the names.
Prestige. And there was another one.
Prestige was the Hugh Jackman one.
Yep.
Never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yep. because that's him and Christian Bale. I'm pretty sure. In that one.
I'm not sure. I've never seen it, but this is where we need the comment section to really let us know, because you're getting stumped on all types of ways right here.
Is it like the magician's wife or something like that? The illusionist?
I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited that the movie is coming back. A great cast, like I said, Morgan Freeman. You can't go wrong with him anyway. And then you got Dave Franco, and then you got Woody Harrelson's going to get that banter. Like you said, Jesse Eisenberg also has that very dry tone that he's very serious, but you're like, are you serious? Are you not?
He's very quick.
Yeah, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for our trailer reaction for Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Sorry.
Oh, not a bird.
Sorry, piece of dust went in me. I think you threw a piece of dust at me. Thank you for joining us for our trailer reaction review and breakdown. I broke Peter. For Now You See Me, Now You Don't, or Now You See Me 3. As always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate it. If you would just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, use some magic, help us grow. Because we're on our way to what, 100K?
Yeah, we're on our way to 1 million technically.
But with that, I am the real Jussy.
I am Peter Parkour, or am I? And like we always say around here, keep it real.